OTAN, Outreach and Technical Assistance Network.
So have you used any of these with your students? Maybe at meetings or whatever? Okay, good. Now this isn't working. Okay, no problem. Maybe I'm not in presentation mode. It looks like it. Yeah, okay. So we remember Jamboard. What do or did you like about Jamboard? It was easy.
They didn't need a login.
I think
They didn't need a login.
the great thing that Jamboard has, what we might have to have, is how easy it is for folks to access the Jamboard without having to even log into the Emulate.
Right.
Remove that barrier for students where just share the link, make sure the settings are open, and the students within 10 seconds are in there.
They're in there. Yes.
That I don't think we.
Only the teacher had to have an account, right? Anything else?
You got a lot of stuff on the chat there.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
from the chat, they were saying it's easy to use, it was free, easy to teach,
Yeah,
simple.
nice. Okay, yes, I agree with all of those things. But unfortunately, September, they announced the wind down. So here are the dates in case you forgot. October 1st, you're gonna stop creating or editing. So before that time, you wanna either if you wanna save your Jamboards, you can download them as PDFs. Or if you use one of these other digital whiteboards that I'm gonna show you, you could import them, hopefully. You can do it now with FigJam, but that's the only one so far. And then after December 31st, you can't access everything. All your Jamboard files will be not accessible unless you have moved them somehow. So I'm gonna share this presentation with you at the end. So if you wanted more of the winding down information, you can click there. But there are other whiteboards available.
I might say this is something about using Google. You have to expect that they are going to get rid of, to take things away on their own.
Yeah, right. So, like I said before, Google has partnered with FigJam, Miro, and Lucid Spark. I hadn't heard of any of those before, but you guys probably got the emails from Google. So you'll be able to import your Jamboard files. FigJam, definitely, you can do that now. I've done it. I can show you how to do it if you want to see that. Miro, not yet, but it's coming, they say, before the wind down happens. And Lucid Spark, it looks like you can do it, but when I've tried it, I'm in an endless loop. It never really, it wants to know what's your Google account you're gonna get them from, and then it goes back and forth and nothing ever happens. So I think they're working on that. I've reached out to them and we'll see if they respond. You can also export your Jamboards currently, if you just want a PDF of them or an image of them as a resource, you can do that now.
Cindy, I have a question.
Yeah,
Can you go back a slide?
yeah.
If you import it to, as a PDF, can you then later import it to one of those other ones?
Well, it's still gonna be a PDF. It's not gonna be editable. So I would wait if you wanna be able to edit them again. All right, so, there are a ton of them out there. Have you tried any of these? Any of the whiteboards and any of these? Miro, Microsoft Whiteboard. Yeah, Microsoft account. Have you tried something?
I tried the standalone.
The standalone Zoom one. Okay, good. Anybody else? Canva.
I tried,
FigJam.
yeah, I tried.
FigJam, you tried?
I tried it.
Yeah.
I don't get it right.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's a lot to get used to. Anyway, there are a lot of them out there. This last one, tutorials point. It says you just open it up and you start working on it. There's no sharing, there's no account with this.
So it's like,
Instant
is it
whiteboard.
like?
It's called- Well, I mean, you can do a lot of the same things, but not exactly. But it's a basic whiteboard. So of the three, FigJam, Miro, and Lucid Spark, there are a lot of common features. Free for educators. And when you sign up, you have to sign up for all of them. When you sign up, absolutely use a school email. They're looking to see that you work for a school. I don't work for a school now, but I do work for OTAN. So my SCOE email worked. One of them, I think it was Miro. We kind of had some emails back and forth. They wanted a picture of my school ID, you know. And, but you know, to prove it, or somewhere where you are online on the website, your name on the school website. So sometimes you have to do a little more digging, but in general, with your school email, it would work, especially if it's .edu. There, some of them are looking for that, that's easier. And unlike Jamboard, it's not like slides or frames. These are like one huge canvas, one huge board, endless. You know, you could be scrolling. So it took me a while to get used to that. But then I realized you can make frames. And then you could kind of imitate like slides. So there's hope there. In the beginning, FigJam, so hard. How am I gonna zoom in and out? But now each of them, they have a little zoom control, or there's a little shortcut you could use with your mouse, left click or right click to zoom in and out. They all have tons of templates, which Jamboard did not have. So that's a plus. And then all the general things, sticky notes, text boxes, shapes, pens, highlighters, erasers, those are all there. All of them you can comment. That's a big thing, commenting on something, someone else's post. You can use that feature. They have timers and voting very easily. Some of them have music while the timer's going, if you want to set that. You can make frames or sections. Again, that's imitating like slides to me. You can add links and images much easier than you could, well, some of them you couldn't even do it in Jamboard, but I don't think you could do links in Jamboard, right? You couldn't add links, right? But you can in these. And tables are pretty easy, working with tables. And usually in the top left corner, you know, if you click on there, that's where you're gonna get to all your files. They all have help centers to help you with tutorials and that, to get used to their product. So, alternate number one, FigJam. This is what a blank one looks like. And here's their symbol in the top right. Kind of looks like a fancy F and a J together, right? So when you get this, if you're interested, you know, you click on the figma.com/education to get verified. There's also more information there. And here's information about how to start a new FigJam, but I'll show you that when we're in. Special features of FigJam, unlimited boards. Great. If you set up a free account with some of these without a school email, not educator, sometimes 3 boards, that's it, you know, to be active. So definitely it's good to get the educator. Supposedly up to 100 people can edit at the same time. I haven't tested that, but you know, that sounds like a lot of people. And in FigJam, you create a team, which is like a class.
Good question. Do you know if students need an account to edit and to contribute to FigJam?
Okay, so for all of these 3, your students can sign up for free. And it's up to you if you want that to happen. It's kind of hard with adult ed sometimes. Students are enrolling and leaving, coming and going, and remembering to sign them up might be not that feasible. But there is a way with the educator account to share with nobody signing in, which is what we're gonna try today, because none of you have accounts. With FigJam, the deal is, it's called an open session. So it's like a 24-hour time frame where anybody with a link can go in and edit. So it's different from Jamboard, which would be, you know, unlimited amount of time. So currently, that's what they have. I've already reached out to the FigJam people to say, you know, is there a way that we could get around the 24-hour, but I don't know if they will do anything. They thank me for my suggestion.
Can I reopen the session then?
I suppose you could, yeah. If it doesn't work for you, but it might be good for, you know, homework or for like day in that class. Like I started ours that we're gonna practice today. I started it last night, so it's still open for now. It does have an AI feature. Oh, but I want to say you're gonna create a team and then a lot of projects or assignments, which are your boards. It does have an AI feature. There are lots of what they call widgets and plugins. There's some examples up there and stickers. FigJam, I think, was used a lot with K-12. So stickers and emojis and a lot of that stuff. You may or may not want to use that. It's easy to add links. You can add video, images. And there's one category in their templates called For the Classroom. So you might want to investigate that if you sign up. And then one of the hardest things for me was navigating around, selecting something versus moving around the board. So in FigJam, if you just hit the V key on your keyboard, that will change it to the select tool and the H for the hand. Or you can click on those on the screen as well. So here's the deal about the sharing. If you have, you know, like I have a team called Practice 101. So if you have all your students signed up or people at your workplace, maybe you're using it for meetings or something, then it's a lot easier. But here's the open session. So anyone can edit, no account required, but it ends automatically after 24 hours. So, I mean, you can do that, and I did that for today. But just be aware, that's a limitation of FigJam right now. So let's go into FigJam, and it's okay, I'm gonna sit here. That's a little easier to navigate. Okay, so here's FigJam. Can the online people see that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So when you have an account, This is kind of your landing page with your name and that. And so down here, I've made a team called Practice 101, which is like my class. Maybe you would name it for your class. And then I started a project called Let's Try FigJam, and I have all my boards here. So for example, here's one. Okay. Where I just put in some text like you might have done with Jamboard. And let's see. I'm gonna move this up to the top. You can't see that. Okay, so here are your select tool, and if you kind of move your mouse, right, you could see what the item is. And here's the hand tool. So if I wanted to select this, you can see it's that, but if I wanted the hand tool to move around the board, you've got to get familiar with those two, the select versus the hand tool. You've got your markers and pens, erasers, all the different colors, sizes. So if you had something like this, you might want to use, a marker of some type. If you're using, for language, when was Han in Vietnam, let's see. Yeah, all right, so you could work with the text, the usual stuff, pens, highlighters. Then you've got your sticky notes. If you want to start a new one, I'll go back to my files. So you always find the logo for your product, FigJam, go back to your files. And you can see on the right here, it says add a FigJam board. So this would be a blank one. So stickies, all the different colors like usual, shapes, lines, text box, section, if you want to start with sections. This is an easy one, the table. Just click and drag it. And what is kind of cool is when you move your mouse around, you can add, columns and rows very easily. If I want to select one column or one row, and when you just click in the column, you can add text. Which is different from Jamboard. Remember Jamboard, you had to move in a text box into a shape, right? So it's very easy. If I want to delete something, I decide I don't want to use it. You can kind of highlight it, just pull your mouse around it. And then delete it. A lot of them have the undo tool, but FigJam doesn't seem to have that. This is where you get stamps, if you want to use stamps. And then the plus sign is all the stickers. This is a cool one. It's a clipboard. And you can edit it. So you can make an agenda for your time with your students or a meeting.
Is that in the widgets or was it in the?
That's a sticker, actually. Then there are templates, widgets. The one I like is the voice memo. That's where you could record. You just, allow the microphone to be activated. You can roll the dice. You can do a photo booth where it takes your picture from the camera on your computer. Plugins, like you can hook up with Unsplash and get, the free photos. And then down at the right, bottom right, this is common with the three that I'm showing you is another way to zoom. You can also, use the plus or minus, but sometimes it's like, it's a little, so if you're working with students, you'll definitely have to teach them that. How to zoom in and out. Okay, any questions so far?
No.
Anybody awake?
Yes. Where are we?
All right, up at the top, this is where your timer is. Up here. You can pick some music, set the timer. You can also start a vote. Of some type where they, gonna stamp on something. You can change the number, how many, votes they get. Here's the AI feature again, templates. Tons of templates. Brainstorming. You just have to explore. Diagramming meetings. And here's the comment. If you want to comment on something, you just add your comment. Great idea. Okay, whatever that is. All right, and then because it knows me, you can see my little face there. And move your mouse to see the comment. Up at the top, this is my project, but it's not titled right now. I just click on that and I can make a title. Whatever it is. The sharing is over on the right here. And that's where you'll see the open session for now. All right.
Cindy, have you imported one of your, Jamboards into this?
Yes, I've imported a Jamboard. I can show you that. Here's a sample Jamboard import.
Those are all the different boards and
So these are all the different frames. So if you make it bigger, you can see it better. But
The minute you could actually, can you actually move those, sticky notes or just a minute?
now they're editable now. See, I can click on them.
That's cool.
I'll make it bigger. A FigJam is the only one so far that you can bring them in, they import them. But later on, supposedly the others will as well. Yeah, and it's easy to import. I'll show you how to do that. When you're on your landing page here, you see next to add a new board, there's import. So you would just click on import. And then look, from Jamboard. It's gonna connect me to my Google Drive.
Where was that again?
Okay, let's go
Oh,
back.
I see it, import, okay.
So kind of your landing page where you see your name at the top, your account. Next to add a new FigJam board is import. So you click import. So maybe you're importing from your computer, but I'm looking for Jamboard, so I'm gonna click the Jamboard. Now they want to connect me with my Google Drive. Connect, bless you. Pick your account. It wants to have access, okay. Now, when they first started doing this, you had to do one Jamboard at a time. But now I can pick multiple ones. I could pick this one and this, you could pick multiple. So that's a good thing. You can select more than one to import. Does that make sense?
There's a question. It says if students, if I want students to use FigJam to create projects, can students easily access like they did with Jamboard?
Do they want them to sign up? If they sign up, it's much easier right
Okay,
now.
so, okay,
Yeah.
so if they sign up, but I guess the question is, can they access it like they did with Jamboard? So I'm assuming if they,
Well, like the teacher puts out,
Mhm.
okay, it's for 24 hours.
Oh, it's for 24 hours, okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, so, anyway, you could work with text. Here's one where I put in some dictation, maybe for, groups, you can make groups. Let's see if we can hear it.
Let your computer do it.
The store manager helped the cashier with a difficult customer. Okay, for example. So you could, have each group responsible to listen to one and somebody types. Let's try this one. I need to ask for a day off next month. Okay, something like that. And you might have a text box ready for that group to type in. Okay, does that make sense? And that audio recording is, remember, one of the widgets. So if you wanted to use it, you just click on it and it shows up on your board. You can move it around. You just have to activate your microphone and then you can start recording, which is kind of neat. Are you ready to try one? Okay. So I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. Okay, so if you have your computer and those at home, you're just gonna type this in bit.ly/WB for whiteboard FigJam. WB FigJam. And it's going to take you to one called Four Corners, hopefully.
Yep.
And what you're gonna do now is double click, look at the question I put in the middle. Now is the best time in history. So do you strongly agree? Look, your name, did it ask you to put your name in?
You should have put it again first.
Yeah. I see you guys' names, so, here it is again, WB FigJam.
And Cindy, for, on the
Yeah.
FigJam, if I want to add images, it could be images from the web and personal, like pictures that you have, correct?
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. So you just, double click in one of the boxes and type your name. You'll make it bigger. You can make it bigger on your own screen. You do have to double click. Oh, maybe you don't. Anyway. Pick one. You can put your name in. Does it let you type?
Yes.
Okay, good. So basically it was, do you strongly agree? Strongly disagree? Okay, and you can see how it's moving a little bit. So that's where you gotta train your students what not to click on. But yeah. So this is part of the 24-hour thing that, you can get in.
Using it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And after 24 hours, it will,
it
disappear,
automatically closes. Yeah,
even if the student creates it within, oh, because this is a shared one, right?
because I'm sharing it with nobody having to make an account.
Okay.
It could be that after 24 hours, the person is supposed to sign in to access it.
They really want the students to sign up, but
The 24 hour is nice, I mean, when you get to a time,
Exactly.
And
It's not
then
like
you
it,
get to keep it, right? So you can see all the student work.
yeah,
Can you reopen it in another 24 hours?
I haven't tried that, but that's a good question, possibly. Get more work done. Okay, you guys are doing a great job playing around.
That's the way it will go. I think the central one, I just went down here to stick it out.
okay. Moving on,
Everybody's busy.
you guys are having a great time. Okay, so we're gonna move on. The next one is called Miro. And it kind of looks like this. Make sure I'm doing stuff. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you, sorry, back in FigJam. Is, for example, like this. Class check-in, okay. So say, this is one of the cool things you can do in FigJam if you want to make a board for each group or something. So if I highlight this, you see how it's framed, then I can duplicate it. So right, this one says check-in, right? So if I do on my Windows, Control D, duplicate, you see now there's another one. Now, if I name this, like group 1, I should have done that first. Group 2. Okay, now if I duplicate this one, you can't spell group though. If I duplicate that one, whoops. No, it went on top of it. All right, let me delete these. Okay, now let me try it again. Okay, now see, I did it and it says group 2,
Oh,
group 3. It's already numbering them for me.
how did you do that?
Well, I had the first one, I changed it to group 1.
Oh, okay,
And then I did a Control D and it keeps,
automatically adds a number on there. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
so that's kind of cool. All right, if you want to have multiple groups going. All right. So Miro, another nice one, a lot of options. From Miro.com, again, you can sign up with an educator, here's some features. How to make a new board, I'll show you that. Again, unlimited boards, and they call them members, 100 members. You can create board recordings. So with your camera and microphone, anyway. And you can make a slideshow using frames, but they're all on the same board. You can categorize sticky notes, and we're gonna try that. And again, you know, it's the select tool versus the hand tool. You wanna kind of practice with that. Sharing this one, you could go with a link where anyone can edit. We're gonna try that today. Hopefully that works. And so let's go to Miro.
Question, so it doesn't have a 24 hour.
No 24 hours.
Until.
So hopefully you guys can get to this. But okay, so I'm gonna share this with you. And here's the question. What are some uses for digital whiteboards at your school? So you're gonna just, this one, I think you have to double click to get to the text where you could type something. Just pick any one you want. So let me tell you what it is. You can see the theme here. bit.ly/WB Miro. So if you wanna type that in, see if you can get to that board. And I'll watch and see if you can get in.
Could you put that back again?
Sure. bit.ly/WB Miro.
Visiting.
Is it working?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Nice.
but I don't see the board. I see, maybe it's got a. What is that inside of
I'll make it bigger. Visiting. So just write,
I'm not seeing the sticky notes.
you don't see the stickies?
Not yet, maybe it's just loading. I don't know. I see all the people in there.
Okay.
Maybe I'm in the, too big. Hold on. Oh, there it is. So I guess I was, zoomed in onto the other side of the
Oh,
board.
see, that's a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you have to be in the right, you have to know where you are.
And you can see how now there's a couple holes, like somebody moved, so sticky, so, you gotta practice with your students. Somebody's over here typing. Okay.
I'm gonna look after the board and it moved to me. Like hand.
Oh, okay, the hand, for this one, if you use your right click, you can move around the board. And left click is like selecting. So try right clicking, you can move around the board. Or if you don't have a mouse, you can go back to the select arrow at the top here. And it just toggles back and forth. Or you can push the V key on your keyboard to go back and forth also. Okay, good. Good job.
Is there any way to like lock it down so people can't move the stickies around or make it bigger? Or no?
Because we're all editing, so that's the problem. You gotta train your students well. Okay, so everybody stop.
Help the Zoom people.
Stop Zoom people too. Okay, and then let me show you one other feature that's kind of cool is clustering. Stickies, like the stickies are all different colors. You might have told, this group, you're using the blue ones, and this group, you're using the yellow ones or something. So what you can do now is if I highlight all of these, whoops, this little board comes up. So small. Let me try again. Okay, not working. Okay, here it is. So I highlighted them all, and then this other toolbar comes up. One of the options is cluster object. So if I click on that, I can cluster by color. So now it's divided them for me.
Is that called objects? Is it
It's called
objects
cluster
behind?
objects.
Cluster,
Yeah.
switch, word.
You could also cluster by keywords. Like if, and then there might be some common words that came up. Anyway, kind of a different feature. Something to
Was
try.
that in, FigJam?
This is in Miro.
No, I know, but could you do this in FigJam?
No,
Oh.
at least I haven't seen that feature. But I might have missed it. Okay, we're moving on. Thank you for mirroring. The third one is Lucid Spark, which is a little more basic, but it has some cool features. Again, there's a way to sign up. And features, how to make a new one. Again, left click, right click to move around. It has a really cool AI feature, which I'm gonna show you. You can record board video with Loom. It kind of integrates with that. Unlimited boards, unlimited sharing. Nice. Okay. So Lucid Spark, they all have a different logo. This is kind of like an asterisk. Here's a blank board. You can see my initials, my account, you're in your account. A lot of templates. The common things, stickies, pens. If you move your mouse slowly, you'll see what's in that category.
Cindy,
Yeah,
so when I went to get the education account, it says you can only have 3 boards for free.
for Lucid Spark
Yeah,
in an
Kind of.
educational account.
I guess. I'm not sure. I just went Lucid Spark for education.
Oh, well, it's supposed to be unlimited, so. It's kind of like a professional plan, but. They have a dynamic table, which is kind of fun, where it already has. Kind of the headers on the sides and the top ready for you. Just like the other ones, very easy to add rows and columns. But what I really liked about this one too is the AI feature. You can type in something. Let's see. I had an idea here. Oh, here. What are the best activities for teaching adults? Okay, good question. So you generate it and let's see what it comes up with. Okay, role play, group discussion, debate, field trips, interactive lectures, team building, brainstorming. Anyway, some ideas. So you could try that sometime if you like. It's very easy to, here's an example of getting images in here. You can actually do emojis also on this one and GIFs or GIFs. You just click and drag it over and it's on your board. You can have your students all do that. How are you feeling today or something? So that's kind of a cool feature. Up at the top, that's probably distracting. Let's get rid of that. At the top, you got a timer like the other, voting. Here's where you could record video. You can use Loom or Zite. I haven't heard that. Sharing is pretty easy. Right now it's private, but I changed the link to anyone. I changed this to guest. Anyone with a link can edit, so make sure you look for those things. All right, do you want to try posting on this, on one of these? Sure, okay.
I keep getting, you don't have a premium account, so you can't do
Yeah.
this and you can't do
I
that.
get that too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tried like.
Okay, so try it, bit.ly again, WB Lucid. Are you lucid today?
What did you do, Cindy, to get this education account?
I filled out the form and I made sure I include my school email.
And there, could you show us at some point what that form is, because
Yeah.
I couldn't seem to find it.
You couldn't find it?
Yeah, I didn't see.
Okay, so if some people wanna, we work on the board, I'll, go back.
Let's see what.
Oh. I guess cause I'm already signed up. But if you're not signed up, what did it bring you to?
It kept saying what you're trying to do is a premium feature. Sign up here, and then gave you the price of $119.
Well, when I share this with you, go to the
that's
Lucid
fine.
Spark Solutions Education, that site.
LucidSpark.com / solutions.
/ education. There might be a little more to the link, but that's the first part of it. Oh, nice. You can see how you can add pictures real easily here too.
Yeah, that's the same thing happens.
Yeah, play around if you want. The
Yes.
idea with this template was you throw out a question and then the first row is your first ideas for each team member or group. And then there's a second row. How are you gonna make the first idea happen?
So also,
Build it up a
for,
bit.
I found we go to lucidforeducation.com. Right there, Susan, is where you'll see the individual, when you sign up with your school account, it says unlimited document creation, unlimited sharing, great for
The shared website. It asked me if.
What is it again?
lucidforeducation.com.
I have an account, but I don't think that's the rewards.
Oh, I haven't checked them.
Lucid for Education,
Lucidforeducation.com.
Oh,
let's try that.
Okay, good.
And
Okay, here we go. And then explore our education templates.
yes,
Is there a form? Well, the link I've got in my PowerPoint, I thought that was a good one, so.
You might have actually signed up when it was free and then you had
it could have been, that's what happens a lot of times. We sign up when it's free and then we,
Okay, the last thing I want to show you, just in a few minutes that we have left, is about Zoom, the Zoom whiteboard. You know, a lot of these things are on Zoom already. Templates, timer, you know, tables and links. How many of you have a Zoom account?
Is this new on Zoom or?
We're gonna try it right on Zoom here. So, can you kind of show us your controls
okay.
on the screen? Oh, yeah. See where it says whiteboard?
Right here.
Yeah. Click on new whiteboard.
Oh, but it might do,
That's okay, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so close that out. So I'll direct you,
Okay.
okay, because you're in it. And anybody online is probably in it too. So you can see off to the left here, you just move your mouse down slowly in the toolbar, you can see what they are. You know, very common thing. Let's go to templates. And there's a fun one under science and education. Sentence maker, if you're with ESL. So click on use the template. And so it's like an unscrambling game. And you can actually assign names and then like put Monica. I saw Monica's there. And then you see this dot. See the dot outside the box? Look in the box again, the dot. You can make an arrow to like the first one. And, or this, you know, it's like you could tell each student which one they have to do.
Oh,
You know, put an arrow. But, so Monica Cueva, can you do the first one? You just move, you know, it's like an unscramble activity. Basically, you know, or I'll do it.
it's funny to see them all on there. They're having more fun than we are.
We just move it around. Yeah,
Are they doing it?
nobody wants to try it but me, I guess. What happened to Monica?
It's not, it wasn't letting me do it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why?
I wonder why. You guys are in there. Can you click on the blue words and move them?
No,
No.
when
How
I
do
click
you
on the, one of the words, the whole screen
The whole
moves.
screen
see?
moves, yeah, I've seen that too.
Oh. Okay, well, maybe,
We need to explore it more.
we have to share it differently or something.
And what's the name of this one?
This one's on Zoom.
It's the Zoom
Whiteboard.
whiteboard, which is in the bottom controls or the control panel.
And then there's templates, right?
Yeah. And this was part of the templates, but
Oh, this is one of the templates in the Zoom whiteboard?
yes.
So it says everyone who has access to this whiteboard, including people in the meeting, can save shared things here, but it's not letting us.
I don't know why. I could do it, but nobody else could. So it could be a sharing thing that I didn't do right.
It says on the top, sign up as an educator. Huh. Yeah, I'm doing,
Okay.
it's giving me the same.
Okay. So I closed it.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, somebody asked again about the Miro, whiteboard.
Yes, I put it in the chat,
Oh, okay. Perfect.
miro.com.
I think I have to share again.
Yeah, go ahead and share your screens.
Okay. All right, so anyway, that's another option, Zoom, you know, try it,
Yeah, we have
Play
to
around.
figure out how those templates work. though.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And,
Did you make the template with the blue words or did Zoom throw it up?
it's a built-in and you can, edit those words to, you know, put words you want in there. So, yeah, no, it was just a default.
So I wonder if only the person who owns the whiteboard can do the moving.
Well, that's not right, no. I think you might have to share it maybe somehow. Anybody in the Zoom should be able to use it. So there's tutorials there as well for you, and, here's PowerPoint if you want to, get some of those links to sign up. And thank you for coming.
Showing us.
Do you think you'll try one of these other ones?
That looks pretty good.
FigJam has a lot of options. You can already get your Jamboards in there, but it's working with a huge canvas. You could have all your activities on one huge board. But you can see how you've got to teach your students how to work with it, because it's easy to move everything around and.
The Jamboard lets you bring in a slide picture that couldn't be moved.
Yeah, the background image.
I'm hoping that tomorrow we can go up to Nevada and that the weather will be improved by tomorrow.
Any other questions from the onliners?
Let's see here, no. Just about the copy of the presentation, so I put it in the
Oh, in the
chat box already,
Okay,
so that
And then
people can
if you guys,
evaluations.
yeah, if you guys want to do an evaluation, I appreciate that. OTAN appreciates that.